We begin our service with an invitation. This one is a poem by one of my favorite poets, especially as a child, my favorite poet when I was a child, and still one of my favorites to this day, Shel Silverstein. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer, if you're a pretender, come sit by my fire, for we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in. Come in. I invite you now to rise in body or in spirit as we join in singing our opening hymn, When the Spirit Says Do. So this is a zipper song. We're not bothering with putting the lyrics on the screen because we don't know exactly what words we're going to be singing. But the basic verse is, you've got to do when the Spirit says do. You've got to do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you got to do, oh Lord, you got to do when the Spirit says do. So that's the verse. And then each time we're going to replace a word, instead of do, we'll throw in some other words out there.
1, 2.
Do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you gotta sing, oh Lord. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. Dance. You gotta dance when the Spirit says dance. You gotta dance when the Spirit says dance. When the Spirit says dance, you gotta dance, oh Lord. You gotta dance when the Spirit says dance.
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh
when the Spirit says laugh. You gotta laugh when the Spirit says laugh. When the Spirit says laugh, you gotta laugh, oh Lord. You gotta laugh when the Spirit says laugh.
You gotta play.
You gotta play when the Spirit says play. When the Spirit says play, you gotta play. Lord, you gotta play when the Spirit says play.
So, now I need more ideas. What do you do when the Spirit says do? Just shout them out. You gotta shout loud through your mask. Let's bring the music down just a little bit so we can hear. Jump. You gotta jump, okay.
You gotta love when the Spirit says love. You gotta love when the Spirit says love. When the Spirit says love, you gotta love, oh Lord. You gotta love when the Spirit says love.
What else? You gotta twist, all right.
1, 2, 3. You gotta twist when the Spirit says twist. You gotta twist when the Spirit says twist. When the Spirit says twist, you gotta twist. You gotta twist when the Spirit says twist.
What else? You gotta what? Snap, okay.
1, 2, 3. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. When the Spirit says snap, you gotta snap, Lord. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap.
Okay, you gotta do.
You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says
All right. You can please be seated. Woo, I got most energized I think I've been at the beginning of a service. So today, as you may have already guessed from the title, from the smiley face on the top of the order of service, from the weird things on the stage, which we may or may not be using at all, but certainly show us maybe the kind of service we have in store. This is a service about having fun and playing. And so I wanted to get us a little bit into the spirit. Normally I'd be wearing like my suit and my stole, and that just felt a little too restrictive for today's service. So I figured just to get in the spirit of imagination, I guess today, I don't know. So we're going to start to just kind of get our creative juices flowing a little bit more. I want to talk a little bit about what we're doing in today's service and give you a little heads up. Maybe not just this service, but a service in general. So we're going to do a little Mad Libs together. And so Mad Libs, for those of you who don't remember, are, and I realized I didn't figure out how to get the people on Zoom. So if someone sees people putting things in the chat, you can just shout them out. So basically, I'm just going to ask for a word, and then we're going to fill out our story with these words based on a prompt. So the first word I need is an adjective. Who's got an adjective?
Funny.
Funny. All right, great. Funny. Now we need two emotions. Two emotions. Sad. Okay, and? Happy. All right. Great. And then a noun. I need a noun. So a word that describes a person, place, thing. Elephant. Great. And then another adjective. So something that describes a noun. Red. Okay. And then now I need a length of time. Yeah, a length of time.
45 years.
45 years, great. And then I need a number between 1 and 100. I heard 10 and 12. Let's go with 10. Okay. Noun. I need a noun. So again, person, place, or thing. I've heard several of the same voices shouting things out each time. So I need. All right. I heard lion. I think that was the second try. So
Turtle.
we'll hold. Actually, the next one is turtle. So turtle for the next noun too. And then we actually need another noun. Apples. Apple. We'll say apple. No, apples works. Plural. Okay, and then one more noun. Prius. All right. I need a verb, so an action word. Is there anyone on Zoom putting anything in the chat by chance up there in the crow's nest?
No verbs yet.
Okay, let me know if there's a noun. So I need a verb.
Climbing.
We'll say climb in this case. We need another noun, so maybe another one from Zoom. Is there a noun in there? Gargoyle, great. We'll say gargoyles in this case. And then I need a plural noun. So more than one of something. Apples, okay. I think, was that the second time we got apples? Maybe? That's fine, we can have apples. Apples are great, I love apples. Okay, then I need a language. Doesn't necessarily even need to be a Spanish, all right. And then I need a verb. Kick, all right. I need a group of people. Not quite. Philosophers, okay. And then I need a movement, so some sort of movement that you would make. Wave, great. And then I need a number. We're getting to the end, I promise. This doesn't go on forever. Then I need two different numbers. So I need a number. 5. Okay, so 5 and 6 are slightly close. Give me another number. 40. Okay, great. And then I need an adjective. Again, something that describes a word. Hairy. All right, great. Adjective is hairy. And then adverb. So that's something that describes a verb. It usually ends with ly. Slowly. Okay. And then plural noun.
Bottle rockets.
Bottle rockets. All right. I love it. A musical instrument? Piccolo. Piccolo. Ooh, I love that. That's the one that popped into your head. Adjective. I need an adjective.
Sweet.
Sleep? Or sweet? Sweet. And then finally, place. I need a place.
Ocean.
A dojo? Okay, great. All right. Awesome. Okay. So here we go. Our worship service is a funny experience which leads participants from sad to happy. That worked out quite well. It begins with the ringing of the elephant and then a red call to worship. We sing our opening hymn, which lasts for 45 years, during which 10% of the people arrive. Next, we light our lion, and then we recite our covenant. Turtle is the doctrine of this church. The quest for apples is its sacrament, and Prius is its prayer. To climb together in peace, to seek gargoyles in freedom, to serve apples in fellowship, thus do we covenant. And then we say our covenant again in Spanish. Well, that one worked out almost too perfectly. Our worship associate offers a welcome and invites us to kick our philosophers with a handshake or a wave. After that, we sing 5 more hymns. The minister preaches 40 minutes and gives a hairy message that lets us think slowly about our bottle rockets. We finally conclude with a piccolo postlude, drink sweet coffee, and leave to go to the dojo. Thank you for all of your contributions to that. That was wonderful. And so now we are going to light our chalice this morning. Yes, watch, thank you. Well, if this is a fire breathing thing, you think it's probably fine with fire, huh?
Oh, we don't know why you want fire.
So we've recently started this practice of inviting people who have something special that they'd like to share in our service to come up and light the chalice if they have something they'd like to honor or recognize. And no one had a request this time, so again, a reminder to send it to me if I'm leading the service or to a worship associate if we have a guest speaker. No one has signed up for the next few weeks. But since we don't have anyone, I will just say I'm grateful that my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Tom are here visiting from Michigan today. So it's good to have them in the audience.
Thank you.
We are all flames dancing in the darkness, playing with shadows on the walls, laughing as we flicker and blaze, generously sharing our warmth with others. As we light our chalice, may our shared flames combine into one holy light. And now I invite you to join me in saying our real covenant, first in English and then in Spanish. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, thus do we covenant. La doctrina de esta iglesia es el amor. La búsqueda de la verdad es su sacramento. Y el servicio es su oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar el conocimiento en libertad, servir a la unidad en comunión. Este es nuestro pacto.
Well, good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Emerson Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Julie Borden. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm happy to serve as your worship associate today, especially today. Emerson has a long history in the West Valley, and we're grateful that Unitarian Universalism provides a place for us to come together and acknowledge what is meaningful and sacred in a community of people from all religious backgrounds and no religious background at all. We're united by a commitment to liberal values, mutual respect, and inclusivity. Let us begin today by acknowledging that the ground on which our church stands is land appropriated from the indigenous peoples of this place. It was at the heart of the traditional lands of the Tataviam people and also home to bands of Chumash and Tongva. These cultures are still present here, and it's our duty to honor their spirit, culture, and community. May we seek to follow their example in the way we live, listen to each other, and respect the earth and its resources. So today we're talking about the importance of fun and play in our lives, and how play is not a frivolous activity, but is essential to a healthy life. When we think about play, we often think about children, but even for them, time for play has declined as increased focus on academics has led to less time for free play and recess to allow more time for flashcards, memorization, and the serious work of learning. But numerous studies show that play and recreation actually build the foundation for those learning skills. And play also helps kids learn to plan, organize, get along with others, and helps them to cope with stress. But what about us as adults? Despite the increased emphasis on the importance of self-care and stopping to smell the roses, it's still easy to feel guilty for taking time out for pure enjoyment. There are so many things to do, and too often we treat fun as nonsense and tell ourselves to cut it short and get on with the serious business of life. But there is something sacred about play and about taking time to imagine, to laugh, and even to act ridiculous. Writer Anne Lamott says, "Laughter is carbonated holiness." And today we're celebrating that kind of holiness. In a moment, I'm going to invite you to greet your neighbors. For those of you joining us online, please also greet your neighbors in the chat. During this time, if there are any joys and sorrows you'd like shared with the congregation, you're invited to write them in our Book of Life behind Kevin. And for those of you online, you're invited to write in the virtual Book of Life. So now we're going to greet our neighbors, but we're going to do it a little bit differently to get us started laughing. And Reverend Matthew and I will demonstrate. So when you shake hands, we want you to pretend that you're getting a static shock, and then we want you to laugh.
So yeah, you know how sometimes you're like shaking hands with somebody, or you touch somebody and then you get a little spark that jumps between you. So we're just going to be pretending like that is what's going on. So here we go. And then the important part, you have to remember to laugh. You have to be surprised, and then you have to laugh. We're just getting a little silly. If that makes you feel like, oh my God, I can't imagine doing that, that's so weird and awkward. Everyone else is doing it, don't worry. You won't look any more foolish than every other person around you. So, in that spirit, let's greet our neighbors this morning.
getting off to that lively start. I'd like to welcome everyone who's with us today, both in person and online. For anyone who's with us for the first or second time, we'd especially like to welcome you. And if you haven't already signed our guest book in the welcome area, please do. We'd love to meet you after the service at our coffee hour, which takes place behind those doors. And for those online, you can sign the virtual guest book, please. And please stay after the service for a chance to chat with others in virtual breakout rooms. It is good to be together this morning.
So, for our story for all ages this morning, I don't have a book or some other story. I just plain forgot to come up with one. And so, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to need your help. So what we're going to do, we're going to play a little game called One Word Story. And the way it works is you have a group of people, relatively small group of people, maybe 3 to 7, and each person is going to say one word, and then the next person will say the next word, and then the next word, and the next word. And so through the magic of collaboration, we will tell a story. So I have no clue what that story is going to be, but I'm excited to find out what it is. Can I get some volunteers who would like to help me with this story? Okay, yes, I see a volunteer back there. I see a volunteer here. Okay, yes. Come on up. We got three people. Anyone? We have any other volunteers? All right, we got a fourth, a parent coming along with. Wonderful. Does anyone else want to do it? If not, that's no. I think we probably have enough. But if anyone is really, if you're like, all right, great, wonderful. So this is our microphone here. So we're gonna need to move a little bit closer to the mic. It's pretty loud, so it should be able to pick us up. And so we're just going to go around. If you can say period to end a sentence if you want to, but you also don't have to. So can we start over here?
So what do I start?
So you just start with any word, and then the next word has to somehow vaguely make sense following the word, the sentence that's already come first.
Okay, butterfly.
Chocolate.
That's, okay.
Tasted.
Elephant.
So we have butterfly chocolate tasting elephant.
Jumped.
Down.
Rabbit hole.
To its demise.
That was a lot of words. Pick one word. Rabbit hole is also 2 words.
Demise.
Technically.
Hole.
So it's got to make grammatical sense. So rabbit hole demise doesn't really make sense. So let's
Jumped. Down. Hole.
down.
Hole.
You're also missing an. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm doing this
Oh, okay.
terribly.
So,
we can put an
Okay.
2 short words
So
too,
now I get
please.
it. Okay.
All right. So should we start over? Because that was a really weird sentence that I couldn't follow it.
And we could also start with once upon a time.
Yeah, like
Once
we're,
upon a
like
time.
we're starting
Once
a
upon a time.
story.
Well,
Great.
but
That's
okay.
wonderful. I know Katie, who's going to be leading us in some improv games, is an expert in this. So maybe I'll invite her to start.
So why don't we start with once upon a time, and then it kind
Great.
of will flow a little
Okay.
more.
Wonderful. She knows how to teach.
Yeah, I didn't
improv.
even start with an article, or I'm sorry about that. So once
Upon.
A,
Time. There.
Was
a
Alligator.
who,
Liked. Cheese.
he
went
To.
the,
Alligator.
Who?
sold
trinkets
Of.
cheese,
Okay, new sentence.
I'm gonna take on the next.
The.
Alligator.
Couldn't
find the
best.
1.
So,
He
thought that
He
Would.
try.
2. Don't overthink it.
visit her
favorite.
Store.
When
He
visited this
Wonderful.
Store.
they
told
her no
Cheese.
For.
you.
no.
the alligator
Cried.
And.
She
Stole
many trinkets
The
Alligator.
ran
away
from the
owner.
Of.
The
store
now oh
the
Elephant.
who
was
flummoxed
no clue either.
the
elephant.
Was.
mad.
Because
there was
Melted.
Cheese.
Everywhere.
and
are we a he or she?
who
Didn't
knows?
matter.
Okay, we'll do a he this time. He ate
All.
Of.
The
Alligators
remaining cheese. Is that our end?
I think that's the end.
That's hard work.
Let's thank our volunteers for doing that. I know it was my idea, and I was still standing there going like, oh my God, how is this going to go? What are we going to say? So now I invite you to join me in saying our Unitarian Universalist affirmation. If you know the hand signs, you can do them with me. We are Unitarian Universalists, a people of open minds, loving hearts, and welcoming hands. So I know this is a service about play and having a fun time, but we also need to be a little bit serious at times, and so
sorry, excuse me?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I was coming by. Does anyone here drive a Prius?
Does anyone here drive a Prius? I think like 1 out of 3 people drives a Prius here.
Oh, yeah. Well, is it a silver Prius? Yes.
There's just like, I don't know, like 5 of us have a silver Prius.
To the spot that says Reverend Matthew.
Oh, that's me. I'm Reverend Matthew. I have a silver Prius.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I think they're towing your car.
They're towing my car?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no! I gotta do something about that.
What is this, like an open mic? Or looking around. Was it an AA meeting? Oh! Ooh. Well, what kind of church is this?
Unitarian Universalist.
Oh, the UU church. Okay. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay. So, well, oh, geez. Oh, you like that? Oh, okay. Well, like a little,
Do you sing?
maybe. Well, you guys are talking about fun that I heard outside, and the inner child kind of thing. I love fun. Do you guys like fun too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's fun to you?
To me, it's playing,
Yeah.
toys, and
Oh.
playing and running.
Playing and running. I'm over 40. I don't run so much anymore, but but I like having fun. It's important, right, to honor your inner child, right? Find all that part of us that's inside of us. So, there's a Buddhist and Hindu concept about the heart chamber. You know about this? There's a part of you that's eternal, that's there before you were born. After you die, that's the core of yourself at all time. And playing and finding that inner child is a good way to get in touch with that self, to come back to yourself again through play. One thing I like to do is sometimes you can put cardboard on carpet and just skate around. You can move. Is there anything else you guys like to do to play or find your inner child? You're a child. You just do it all day? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Does anyone else? Do you guys have anything you like to do to play still or find your inner child?
Sing while doing dishes.
You sing while doing dishes?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you sing while you do the dishes?
Whatever I feel like singing.
Whatever you feel like singing. You can sing like, I've been doing all the dishes all the live long day. Yeah. What about else? Do you guys have anything else you like to do?
Riding my bike anywhere.
Riding your bike anywhere? That's wonderful. Yeah, no, I love riding my bike too. Anyone else? I got time for like one more, I think. No?
I bake
You bake? Oh, that's wonderful. What do you bake?
cookies.
Cookies. Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds.
Decorating part of the
Yeah, that is joyful. I actually used to have an imaginary friend when I was a kid. You help your mom with the cookies too? That's so great. Aw, you love it? I love that for you. I actually used to have an imaginary friend when I was little that I used to play with. And he had a silly name. I still remember it because it was kind of ridiculous. It was this character named the Scruffle Pickle Wickle. I know. You have a pretend friend? Lots of them? Give me two. Tell me two. Prove it. Ricky, yeah. Is it Ricky Martin? Is that his name? No? Okay. I had an imaginary friend named the Scruffle Pickle Wickle. It was from like the Land of Dreams. He was this kind of crazy character that I used to play with. I kind of let him go, but I think about it every once in a while, And what the? Oh, that's odd. And I used to do this thing where I would summon him and I go, Scruffle Pickle Wickle, and then he would kind of appear to me and stuff, and we would play it. That's so weird. Can you guys hear that? Oh, okay, good. I know I've gone crazy, but not that crazy. Well, that's good. Do you guys actually want to try to maybe help me a little bit? We could try to summon him together. So all you have to do is say Scruffle Pickle Wickle, and you go like this. And I don't know, maybe he'll appear. I don't know. You guys want to try? Okay, ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Scruffle Pickle Wickle. Now it didn't work. I don't know. Maybe, I know what it probably is. It's probably the people on Zoom aren't doing it. So those of you who are at home, can you do it with us anyway, please? All right. Let's just try it one more time, and I think it'll work this time. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Scruffle Pickle Wickle. Hey! There it is! Oh my God! No way! This is ridiculous! Are you guys seeing him? Are you seeing this? Oh, no! Scruffy. That's great. Yeah. But you look great. You still got these thick legs and everything. You look wonderful.
So, why did you send me here today?
Well, I was just looking to get some inner child work done. Life's been a bit serious, and I thought we could play some of our games we used to play.
Oh, games!
Yeah, I
love playing games!
Me too! Yeah, well, I thought maybe we could play who could be the silliest.
Oh, you mean have a silly face-off?
Yeah, silly face-off!
Wonderful! Oh, I love silly face-off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, you ready? Okay, 1,
2, 3.
You always better being silly with your hair and your eyebrows.
Well, I have an advantage.
You do have an advantage.
I do. Yeah. Can we do it again?
Sure. Do you guys want to do it with us too? Do you want to go with someone next to you and try to be silly with them as
I
well?
should do that.
Yeah.
So we'll all have a silly face-off.
Yeah.
So here's the idea. You're going to turn to someone next to you. And because you're wearing masks, you can't really see. And you're supposed to be wearing masks. Just a reminder. You can't really see each other's faces. So maybe you'll have to get extra expressive with your eyes. Maybe add a little body movement and get silly. And so just pick someone next to you. Go ahead and do that. For those of you on Zoom, just turn on your camera if it's off and just do it into the camera. So we're going to try this silly face-off together, okay? Look, it can't be any more embarrassing than I look. Trust me. Don't worry. All right. Ready? Do you have your silly face-off partner? Go get nearby someone if you don't have them identified yet. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Come on, you have your silly face-off partner? Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think we both won that one.
Yes,
That
okay.
was good.
Wonderful. So, now turn to someone else who you haven't done it with yet. That was the warm-up round, so if you were feeling a little timid, now's the time to go for it. All the way. All the way. Come on, I want to see those silly faces. Okay, wait. We gotta do it on the count of 3. You're being too silly already. Wait, we gotta count to 3 first. Listen to me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. All right. It's so important to just be silly and have fun sometimes. I think as we grow older, Matt hasn't summoned me in a few decades and I've missed it so much. And so I invite you and remind you that it's so much fun to be silly and to do it and to tap into that inner spirit of childhood joy and just be creative and don't care about it. I know some people as they get older and they start caring less. Again, it's like a little bit of a curve of don't care when you get older, and then you're as you get older. So embrace being young or embrace being old and just go for it. Have fun. Do whatever brings joy into your life. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting with you. So, I think we have a lot to catch up with.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, Scruffy.
Let's go. Let's head back to the land of dreams.
We're saying gotta go.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, sir.
Keep dreaming. No, but really, be silly.
Well, okay. It's kind of hard to follow that with the offering, but I'm going to do it anyway. As part of our commitment to serve our community, we share half of our offering with local organizations whose work furthers our mission. This month, we're sharing the plate with the West Valley Food Pantry, which will receive half the offering. Emerson is a founding member of the Food Pantry, the coalition that formed it in 1985, and the needs of the community have grown dramatically since then, especially in the last few years. And now they serve about 10,000 people who are food insecure, including people who are homeless, families, and elderly people living on a fixed income. and providing them not just with food, but with basic necessities and support services. So donations, the ushers will share we call it the plate, but it's more like bags. Donations can also be made using the Breeze app or at donate.emersonuuc.org and by selecting Sunday offering. Please make checks payable to Emerson UU Church and write "Share the Plate" in the memo. And if you would like to make a payment on your pledge, please write "Pledge" on the check instead. The offering will now gratefully be received.
Receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
And now, in the spirit of imagination again, this poem is called "The Milky Way," and it's by Hilda Conkling. Down the high road of the Milky Way, we go riding on horses made of stars. The clouds flit like white butterflies. We are dry. We do not know it is raining upon earth. Roses of opal and pearl sway back and forth in the musical wind. Pine trees like emeralds hang. A pheasant's wing like a fan is spread. White mountain peaks gleam. Purple and silver is the sunrise. Quiet lakes shine along the Milky Way, like mirrors you hang on cottage walls. When I am asleep, this is what I shall dream. Things can never really go. They come and they stay. When your thoughts are put on beautiful things, they come alive and stay alive in your mind. And now we have our band. Oh. What happened with your car?
Boy. Whew. I'm back. It's okay. I managed to, I had to run all the way down the street, but I got the tow truck. I got my car back. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Whew. Oh boy. Did I miss anything while I was gone? No? Okay, that's good. Everything just went. You missed the poem. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And we did all right. Well, I'm glad I got it. I guess thanks for taking care of everything while I was gone, Julie. And all right. Cool. So I guess now we have a song from our band.
1, 2, 3, 4. This city is my jungle gym. Look at this great world that we're living in. There's lots of fun to be had on these streets. We can take a ride, just you and me. It's a jungle gym. It's a jungle gym. trolley cars and buses too. All the big kids go to school. I'ma get a treat from the ice cream man. Catch me if you can. It's a jungle gym. The city's nitty gritty, but it's so much fun. We can take a ride, go tell everyone it's a jungle gym. It's a jungle gym. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. He says it's got a rhythm, it's a funky beat. The more I find inside the city, the more I find in me. It's a jungle gym. It's a jungle gym. Movie theaters, museums, fishing in the pond. ABCs, 1, 2, 3, bring your friends along. Flying kites way up high into the blue sky. We can take a ride, just you and me. It's a jungle gym. It's a jungle gym. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. The city's nitty gritty, but it's so much fun. We can take a ride, go tell everyone it's a jungle gym. It's a jungle gym.
So, thanks for that wonderful music. Still catching my breath. Chasing after that tow truck was hard, let me tell you. It's hot out there, too. All right, so now I want to, we're going to enter into a spirit of meditation. Now, this is going to be a little bit different meditation than normal. And so we're going to have a guided meditation for those of you who want to go that route. But for those of you who it might be more fun to try and pop bubbles, Julie is gonna blow some bubbles. So if anyone wants to come up, I don't care how old you are, if you want to come up and pop bubbles instead of a guided meditation, you're invited to come and do that instead. This is a meditation about getting in touch with our with our sense of wonder. And so I invite you to find a comfortable position and begin to settle into a state of relaxation. Close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Allow yourself to fully arrive at this moment. Release any worries or distractions from your day. Embrace the beauty of the present moment where playfulness resides. Shift your attention now to your breath, feeling the gentle rhythm of your inhalations and exhalations. With each breath, imagine that you are inhaling playfulness and exhaling any tension or stress. Let playfulness flow through your entire being. Visualize yourself as a carefree and joyful child, ready to explore and discover. Allow that sense of wonder to permeate your being. Imagine shifting your perspective to see the world through the lens of playfulness, instead of approaching situations with seriousness or fear. View them as opportunities for fun and adventure, imagining life as a playground waiting to be explored. Now begin to embody playfulness in your body and your movements. So wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let a smile bloom on your face. Allow your body to sway and dance freely. Playfulness is a celebration of the body's ability to move and express itself.
That one popped onto my face.
Allow your curiosity to guide you into uncharted territories of playfulness, releasing any fears or inhibitions that may hold you back from embracing playfulness. Recognize that in a playful mindset, there's no room for judgment or self-doubt. Extend your playful mindset to your interactions with others. Engage in lighthearted conversations. Share laughter and find joy in connection. Embrace the concept of making mistakes as a natural part of playfulness. Instead of fearing failure, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Approach challenges with a playful attitude, knowing that the process is more important than the outcome. As you come to the end of this meditation, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly bring your attention back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes, allowing your body to reawaken. Carry the playful mindset with you throughout your day, infusing each moment with a sense of joy and wonder. May playfulness be your guiding light, illuminating your path with joy, creativity, and a sense of boundless possibility. All right. Thank you for our bubble blower and our bubble poppers. Thank you. So I invite you now, or we now join in a moment of our embracing meditation. Each week we take time in our service to lift up those joys and sorrows from within our community and in the wider world. This week in our virtual book of life, Susan writes, "My older sister Doris is struggling with mostly mental health issues. We are hoping with more care, she will decide she wants to keep living." Now, in a moment, I'm going to sound this singing bowl, and after I do, I invite you to speak into this space any joys or sorrows, any names or occasions that are on your heart this morning. If you're on Zoom, you can type them into the chat. We offer these in this, our embracing meditation. Keenan. All that has been shared and all that we hold in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. We offer these into the embrace of this beloved community. I'm going to invite you to join me in singing I'm Gonna Let Life Move Me. This is a call and response song, so I'll sing a line and then you sing it back to me. I realize I heard the band practicing this earlier, and I think y'all were practicing it as we're just going to sing this through, not call and response. So maybe we'll do the first time call and response, and then we'll sing it all together. How about that? So the first time will be a cappella. Okay? I'm gonna let life move me.
Gonna let life move me.
I'm gonna let life stir me deep. Gonna let life wake me from an ancient sleep.
Gonna let life wake me from this ancient sleep.
Gonna laugh all my laughter.
Gonna laugh all my laughter.
Gonna cry all my tears.
Gonna cry all my tears.
Gonna love the rain as deeply as the sun when it clears.
Gonna love the rain as deeply as the sun when it clears.
I'm gonna let life move me.
2, 3. Gonna let life move me. Gonna let life stir me deep. Gonna let life wake me from this ancient sleep.
Gonna laugh.
Gonna laugh all my laughter.
Gonna cry.
Gonna cry all my tears.
Gonna love.
Gonna love the rain just as deeply as the sun when it clears. Gonna let life move me. Gonna let life stir me deep. Gonna let life wake me from this ancient sleep. Gonna laugh all my laughter. Gonna cry all my tears. Gonna love the rain just as deeply as the sun when it clears.
The challenge with this service is I literally had no clue how long any of this was going to take. And so we are running a little long, and it is okay because playfulness is fun. And it is important to take time for playfulness. So I'm going to read some excerpts from Deep Play by Sandra Fees. Religion may seem like an unlikely playground. So often we think of religion as being stiff, boring, structured, dogmatic, and serious. That has a lot to do with the kind of religious upbringing and experiences we've had. I don't think of our Unitarian Universalist tradition as stiff or boring, and we certainly aren't dogmatic, but too much focus sometimes gets placed on church work rather than church play. UUs can be a driven group of people who want to save the world, and that's part of the reason for religion. But we do well to remember that play helps us to do that even better. Play has physical, social, intellectual, and psychological benefits that aid in survival. It makes us smarter and more adaptable. It makes us more creative and innovative. So what would it hurt if we were more playful in all we do, whether at church or home or at work? Perhaps if we let go of a bit of ourselves, or let go of a bit of our usefulness and purpose, we could step into another realm that was more creative, more joyful, more deeply and truly religious.
All right, my name's Adam, and you. You're going to lead us all in a little rhythm exercise.
Project a little bit.
Oh, I'm going to lead us all in a little rhythm exercise. So, let's see. This side of the room, you can decide whether you're on this side or not. You guys need to be the rock. So, we're going to go boom, 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 boom. That's good. Keep doing that. Don't have to do it too loud. That's good. That's good. Okay, this section right here, there's plenty of people here. this section over here. Keep going. Now I'm going to rap. Go. Bright-colored robotic space rhinoceros that we pilot. Why? Because they're in supply. Plus, we heat deprive our planet's population to defend them. We report to battle stations, split screen ready, and all rhinos are rocket ships. Fully articulated test jaws and hips. All come equipped with a special attack. None with a lack, but a couple a little bit slack. I'm not naming any pilots specifically, but you notice that we're all color-coded. And typically, I, in the gold, lead charge, do the most damage to whatever hairy space invader manages to threaten the globe and land another of our episodes. This week, malevolent galactic nematode. We already beat up the squad when we faced him. It's calling it. Let's form a giant robot and waste him. Monster misbehaving. Planet needed saving. Situation's grave and I'll form the head. The enemy is clever, or taller, but whatever. When we put it together, I'll form the head. Y'all can do the treading. Swing energy machete. The combination's ready. I'll form the head. I'll form the head. I'll form the head. That's it. All right, thank you.
I guess there's even some surprises I didn't know about. I thought we were just doing rhythm making, and here rap gets busted out in the middle of it. And now, Katie, you want to come up and...
I'm just introducing this?
Yep, and reading it.
Oh, I'm reading it too?
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, surprises for me too. I had no idea I was reading this.
Oh, I thought that was clear.
No,
guess
I
we're
thought I was just introducing it. I was like, that's weird that I'm just going to get up and introduce this, but all right.
You can
Okay.
take your mask off.
Yeah. And I also need to get my glasses because I had no idea I was about to.
So while she's getting her glasses, we'll reverse roll. So I will introduce it, and she'll read it. So this is an excerpt from Bossy Pants by Tina Fey.
Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. The first rule of improvisation is always agree and say yes. If we're improvising and I say freeze, I have a gun, and you say that's not a gun, that is your finger. You're pointing your finger at me. Our improv scene has now ground to a halt. But if I say freeze, I have a gun, and you say the gun I gave you last Christmas, how could you? Then we would have started a scene because we have agreed that my finger is in fact a Christmas gun. The second rule of improvisation is not only to say yes, but to say yes and. If I start a scene with, I can't believe it's so hot in here, and you just say, yeah, we're kind of at a standstill. But if I say, I can't believe it's so hot in here, and you say, what did you expect? We're in hell. Or if I say, I can't believe it's so hot in here, and you say, I told you we shouldn't have crawled into this dog's mouth. Now we're getting somewhere. And so that is the introduction, I guess, and now we're going to do a little bit of improv, an example of yes and. So if we could get more volunteers up here, but before I will tell you, now I can see you. But before, this is a simple little improv exercise, and it's to get out of your head, right? So the idea of play is to let go of all the stuff that's going on and be immersed in the moment. And so this is a exercise of being immersed in the moment of play. It is called, What Are You Doing? It's very simple. Reverend Matthew and I are going to do an example of it so you can see it. So basically, you do an action. And then I would say, what are you doing?
I'm shopping for groceries.
And then I would shop for groceries. And basically, you're going to say...
What are you doing?
And I would say something I'm not doing. I am picking ants out of my hair. What are you doing?
I am licking a giant lollipop. So that's the simple idea.
And then we can expand on that, right? So that's a very simple game, but we can get even, right? Because games are like, you expand on the games, right? So you can add to it and add emotion. Like, I am licking a giant, like somebody give me an emotion.
Do we want to invite
Yeah.
some volunteers?
Does anybody want to come up?
So actually, I have to ruin the illusion, but Matt Julian, could you come forward? So Matt Julian, who came in here earlier, this is actually my best friend, and he's got a little bit of acting and improv experience, as you might have guessed. And so he's going to be one of the people who's going to help us play the game. We need maybe one or two other people who would be interested in playing. I think it's probably a little hard for young kids, but what do you think?
I don't think it's hard at all.
Okay, all right, great.
I think that they are very good at playing.
Wonderful, let's go. What? Where did this come from?
Must have been a bird when you were chasing the car.
Yeah, I guess it must have been when I was chasing the car. I think that's right.
From a costume, probably.
What costume? What is she talking about? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you are too imaginative.
So before we start, I'm gonna get some emotions from the audience. Just give me like 4 or 5 emotions. Wait, 1, 2, are you gonna 3, yes, 4, 5, 5 emotions. What is it?
Frustrated.
Frustrated.
Hysterical.
Hysterical.
Hungry.
Hungry.
Depressed.
Depressed. Silly. Oh my God. Okay, frustrated, hungry, depressed, silly, and hysterical. Hysterical. Okay, I'm gonna assign it to everybody to make it easy. Frustrated, depressed, silly, hysterical. Dang it, what was the last one? Hungry. Hungry. All right, I'll be hungry. All right, and then we're gonna do a quick, what are you doing? You wanna start it off?
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing?
I'm just really going through it.
What are you doing?
I'm sweeping the concrete.
So now you have to sweep the concrete. Don't be silly about it. You have to sweep the concrete. Sweep. You gotta sweep. Sweep the concrete. Don't be silly.
And you say, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Now say what you're not
High-fiving my best friend.
Oh my God, are you okay? What are you doing?
I'm going to a dance party.
God, I'm really hungry. God, I wish there's some food around here. It's really hard to dance when you're so hungry.
What are you doing?
I'm picking strawberries from my partner's strawberry basket.
Look over there. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm growing a second head.
What are you doing?
I'm strapping into a rocket to go to the moon.
What are you doing?
I'm landing on the moon.
What are you doing?
Hopping on one foot.
God, I wish I had a pizza.
What are you doing?
I'm taking change out of my pockets.
What are you doing?
What that is? Oh, I am I'm shrinking myself down to explore an anthill.
Oh my God, these ants are so big. I've never seen such big ants before. Oh my God, it's depressing. It's making me question the meaning of my life.
What are you doing?
I'm kissing a dog and it's licking me back while I kiss it.
What are you doing?
I'm petting a cat.
Ow, don't bite.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a makeup tutorial on YouTube.
This mascara is like so awesome, but first you gotta like pull your eye up really high and really get in there, and then you gotta ask your mom, is dinner ready yet?
What are you doing?
I'm kicking a shrew.
Go all the way to England to find a shrew. Take that shrew. I'll tame you. There, your shrew.
All right, now let's give a hand to all of our The thing about play is you can't do it by yourself. It takes, I mean, you can, but it's more fun with other people. And so I just want to let you know, if you're interested in trying out games like that and many more, Katie's actually going to be leading an improv class at Emerson starting in the very near future, although the date hasn't been set yet. But if you're interested in that, you can check the e-blast for information about when that's starting, or you can just come talk to Katie after the service and just let her know you're interested. So thanks again, Katie, for leading that. And now we have our closing song is Rock and Roll Freeze Dance. And if you can't tell by the title what we're going to be doing during this song, well, I don't know what to say. So I invite everyone to rise in body or in spirit, and let's do some rock and roll freeze dance.
So you just free dance, create your own dance, and whenever the music stops, freeze and hold whatever shape you are in until the music starts again. Jumping around with the rock and roll music, dancing any way we please, swinging and swaying as the band keeps playing. When we hear a pause, we stop, twisting and turning like a twirling top. And when we hear a pause, we stop, just moving along with a good old-fashioned rock and roll song. Sing and dance to the music, leaving our troubles and worries behind. Sing and dance to the music, all we want to do is have a good time. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Doing together, my friends and I, so happy and I'll tell you why. Moving along with the good old-fashioned rock and roll song. Sing and dance to the music, leaving all troubles and worries behind. Sing and dance to the music, all we want to do is have a good time. Woohoo! Woohoo! Doing it together, my friends and I. Happy and I'll tell you why. We're moving along with the good old-fashioned rock and roll song. Rock and roll song. Good job.
I have never been so out of breath so many times in a worship service. I invite you to remain risen. We're about to end the service. But, So I just want to thank everyone who helped make this service possible. It took a lot of hands and participation, and it's too many to name, but y'all did an amazing job. This was a blast. I'm so glad for how it went. Okay, so for our benediction, for our closing words, we have a much shorter Mad Libs just to close us out. So I need a Unitarian Universalist value.
Love.
Love, okay? I need a verb. A verb.
Create.
Paint?
Create.
Create, okay. All right. 2 more UU values. I heard justice earlier. So I heard justice and what?
Equality.
Equality. Okay. I need a place.
The moon.
Okay. And another place. Pittsburgh. And I need a noun.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus, okay. And then a plural noun.
Cat.
Cats. Okay, all right. So as we extinguish our chalice, I invite you to reach out, and if you feel comfortable to make a connection, take a hand, bump an elbow, touch a shoulder, whatever feels right to you. Those of you on Zoom, send your energy full of joy and love out to us here as we send ours back to you and to each other. As we go forth, may we be sustained by love. May we create justice and equality on the moon or in Pittsburgh or wherever we go. And may the hippopotamus of play bless us always with light, laughter, and cats. Amen, Ashe, blessed be.